Hey guys, it's me, Scratch Out, and today we'll be doing Platform Part 3. That's right. So, go do your Platform Part 2, save it as a copy so that we won't lose any hard work, and let's save it as P3. And today we will be doing Collectables. That's okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a new sprite called Collectables. And let's start by choosing a costume. Okay, there's a lot of costumes we can do. Well, you can do the app, but I don't want to do that. I want to do the star. Oh, okay. So now we have star. And as you see, the star is actually kind of perfect for the player, but let's just move like this. Okay. And green flag clicked. Let's see, let's actually start by making the variables we need. First is scene, or actually let's name this my scene because it's going to be for this sprite only. And we're going to be making clones of the same collectible, so it's going to be their separate scene. Next, we're going to need costume. Just in case like we want to switch costumes or something like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Okay, now let's make not a new list, a new block. It's going to be called create collectible. And now our thing's already kind of long. It'll be XY. Well, actually, let's do create collectible at XY scene. And then, oh, whoops. Okay, there you go. Then we're going to add another scene. And then a label costume number. Okay, let's keep that in mind. And matching input. And now let's run fast refresh and click OK. Okay, so first we will go to X, Y, so that we will go to the position where we want the collectible to be placed at. Then we will switch costume to costume number. Now, if there's a costume number named 1, like let's say I had this one, right? I put it to 1. So if we set the costume number to 1, would it choose the star with here or this costume one? Well, Scratch always checks for the costume name first, so it would switch to this one. So if you have any numbered ones, then make sure that they are not numbered. Okay, so we'll switch costume to costume. We also want to set costume number to costume number. Costume to costume number. Next, we set scene, my scene, to the scene input, and then we create clone of myself. Then at the end we set scene to blank. Why? I'll explain later. Okay, so now in the player sprite, let's go to the set level 2 XY. We're going to need broadcast here. So right before we broadcast game loop, let's broadcast a new message called change scene. Okay. Why am I using scene? Well, because I usually refer to this backdrop, as a stage, like it's a stage. So I usually use, instead of change level, I do change scene. Okay, now back into collectibles. When I receive change scene, it's already there for us. We're gonna add if else. If scene is equal to level, my scene is equal to level. Then we will show, else we will hide. So remember how we set my scene to blank? Well, let me explain what's going on. So if the level is equal to the scene they're supposed to be on, like the level they're supposed to be on, then they'll show, else they'll hide. But we also don't want to show the main sprite. So if we set to blank, then there's not going to be a level that's blank, right? So then we will never be able to show. Okay, so in green flag clicked, let's create collectible let's create one right here. At x20 y negative 135, and then we're going to scene 1, actually 0 1. If you look at the level and go here, it's going to be level 0 0 actually. So I'm going to input 0 0. Make sure they're right, and let's do costume number 1. Okay, so now that should be good. Now if I click the blue flag, as you can see, the star appears there. But what if I move it up a bit? Will it still work? It still works. So now we have our clone creation. So when I start as a clone, repeat until, and then touching player. Okay, So now we will do this until we're touching player. Let's create a new variable called frame. See, what we're going to do is we're going to make that the sprite wobble up and down and up and down. Okay, so we repeat until touching player. So let's set frame to 0 at the beginning, and we'll change frame by 5 in the repeat until. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to change y by the sign of frame multiplied by 0.5. Okay, and now if I click the blue flag, you can see, because the player spawns right next to it, if set this to 50. Okay, as you see, the star is moving up and down. Isn't that cool? And also, we need to add a broadcast at the beginning. So here, before the game loop, at the very beginning, let's add a broadcast and wait. Broadcast create item/enemies, because we're going to be able to do enemies later on. What's this for? Well, because we want to add a broadcast change scene before the game loop, and the change scene determines if they show or hide. So if we broadcast that before we create the enemies or the items, then the main clones will show and maybe the items will not show. So this is important. Okay, now let's go to collectables. And then instead of a grid flag click, we're going to do a grid flag click to hide. And when I receive create items and enemies, we'll create our collectables here. So now if I click save, now if I click grid flag, now you can see the main sprite has hidden and the star is floating up and down. Look at how smooth that is. I even did an animation tutorial. If you all watch it out, it should be in the top right over here if you're using a PC. But anyways, now that we have our code, what do we want to do when we touch the player? Let's create a new list called inventory, because this will be our inventory. So to create a collectibles/enemies, let's delete all of the inventory at the beginning. Okay, so just that if we actually touched it while we're we click the game, then it'll add it to the inventory. So then after the repeat until, that means the other here means that we touch the player. So we repeat 10, because I want to add a little ghost effect, like it starts hiding like it's been collected. So we'll change ghost effect by 10, and then we will add costume name, not costume number, costume name to inventory, and then we delete this one. Okay, also make sure to add the switch costume to, and then costume here, so that will always be switch your costume we need to switch to. And you can add a change costume by 1, just in case you want to add any animation. So if I click the green flag, let me show the inventory list. Okay, so now whenever I click the star, you saw how it disappeared, and look, it's the star. We have a star here, and then if we click, the inventory should restart, and then just look at that animation effect. It looks so good. Okay, so now we have our own working inventory, and now we can place collectibles all over the map. Okay, so I have actually placed some stars around the map. So let's show our inventory list and let's collect them. So first we have this star. Actually, I wonder what happens if I put in turbo mode. Hold on. Okay, turbo mode's pretty fast. I don't even know what's happening. No, I'm just gonna restart. Okay, so now if I grab this, I can grab this star. Let's go here. Okay, now I'm gonna try to grab it. Oh wait, I can't grab it. Okay, let's just go over here. There are 4 different sections of level. So now if I put the inventory sprite like this, there's a star right here too. So now I can grab that. Okay, as you see, the length is now 2 because the second star was added. Okay, now I have to get the star up here, but we keep on slipping. Okay, there you go. I've grabbed it. We have 3 stars now. And now, wait, we can go down here and collect this final star. Boom, 4 stars. And yeah, that's what we did today. We made a full-on inventory where we can keep and store items. But anyways, thanks for watching. In the next episode, we will do enemies. So like and subscribe and share. As helps the chill. Hit that notification bell. Have a wonderful day. Imagine how our game would be if we added enemies. We're gonna do stuff well way to jump on enemies. You know, I like